Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history, history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back. He done on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it?
Heathen on my back for sure when I let this truth go. We gon' let them know, my people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, heathen on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know, my people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, heathen on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know, my people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws I got, they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back, heathen on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws of God they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah. You hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back, heathen on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me, laws of God they changed me. We can see the truth now, got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching, yeah. You hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, 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 I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our fathers going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
All the things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing, so amazing. I flip the page, I see it written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hearkening, that if you will today, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, 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 follow me, yeah, to the Saturday, yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, yeah, yeah, to the Saturday. Then we go and keep it holy and make it to the next day. Do you know what today is?
Wow. Jesus Christ. Hey, we're back. We are back. We got the surprise guest, Captain Joel, who's...
Well, I'm not a guest.
Yeah, he's a surprise guest. All praise the Lord. The Captain's here. We wait for him. All praise the Lord. All praises. Yeah, man.
Definitely glad to be back.
We got some stuff for y'all. Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead, man. Say something. Say some stuff.
Well, the scripture said if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say that.
Oh, gosh.
A
Well,
wise man holding his tongue.
here's what we can say.
It's
You are...
kinda wise.
Here's what we... What? Okay, no. Here's what we can say. You are now tuned into...
Our Hidden History Radio Show.
That's it.
Yeah, we can say that. Because anything else Cap wants to say in his mind, don't say that.
In his mind.
Yeah.
I've been going for a while, man. And, in my journey, a lot of things have changed since I've
journey.
been going through the scriptures, found a lot about myself, man.
Damn.
I'm a different person.
You're a different
For the
person.
better. David Tolman's here,
Not yet. It's not here yet.
All right. But, I'm trying to build up to the David Tolman.
Okay. All right. Time will tell.
All praises, Cap. All praises.
I don't trust any of that he just said.
Yeah, give us a clapping. Give us
Yeah,
the
give
clap,
us a
man.
round
Give
of
us a
applause
round
for
of
what
applause
Cap
to
just
Cap, man.
Cappy says it's a new man.
That's what he says. I don't believe it, but that's what he says. All right, so we're going to jump into it. First off and foremost, I want to start off by apologizing for last week. Not really apologize. I ain't apologizing for L4. But what I will say is that I want to retract the statement I made regarding a book, the J.A. Rogers book, Nature Knows a Color Line, regarding that queen. I thought that was Elizabeth, but the book does not state it is. I remember seeing an old video a long time ago, someone bringing that book out and saying it was her. And I thought for certain that it showed it was her, but it doesn't. So she's some kind of queen. I believe it is her, but they're not going to say it's her. But I'll leave it alone. So I'll take that. I'll retract that. However, based upon the information that was brought out, regarding the Britons, the Anglo-Saxons, I mean, there's no denying at this point that they were black. So even Queen Elizabeth, regardless, was definitely a black woman, regardless. I'm going to go more into that. We're going to start off today with the clans, the Anglo-Saxon clans. Some of you millennials, you know what I'm talking about. You post-millennials have no clue what I'm talking about. But there was a show that came on a long time ago. It's come on TV about a guy. He was a swordsman. He was an immortal, and he walked around. And they would cut off. They would have like little tournaments, and you would cut off his head, and you would take his power. I think it's called the Ascension, something like that. When you cut the head off, it's called Highlander. Okay, I think the actor's name was Christopher Lambert. That was the actor's name, Christopher. I love that. First it was a movie, then it turned into a series, and that show was just good. They turned it into a movie. No, I mean it was a movie first. It was great. I think the first one was Mario Van Peebles. He was like a Viking. He was Jake, and he was a Highlander. His name was Connor MacLeod. Yep. The Highlander character, the main character's name was Connor MacLeod. You're probably wondering why am I talking about Connor MacLeod? What's the purpose of that? But we're gonna get into that regarding the clans. He was of the Connor MacLeod. He said, "I am Connor MacLeod of the MacLeods." That's what he would say when the show would come on, and they would have like these little tournaments, secret tournaments, and of power. And the more time you spent not cutting heads off, he would get in the age. But he was still immortal. But then once he cut someone's head off, he would acquire their power and get his youth back. So then I think he eventually, you watch later on down the line, he lets himself get old. Another guy takes his place. And then you have the series. The series is great too. The show is just really very well written. But
I was like, what is that, about the mid-90s
like
that came out?
The 90s, bro.
Mid-90s,
yeah, 90s to mid-90s to it was a great show. So those of you who are familiar with it, cool. Those of you who are not, it's all right. But that show was pretty good. It's called Highlander. Okay, and the main character's name was Connor MacLeod. Now, I also may have mentioned about Dublin. I'm thinking Dublin with the O is Dublin, Dublin. It means black pool. Not black land, but black pool. And the dub still means black. All right? Let's put that out there.
Right.
Those are the only two retractions I have today. I didn't get confirmation of that woman I showed y'all last week being Queen Elizabeth, but I did bring out the fact that the ancestry that Queen Elizabeth claims to have don't match up. don't match up at all.
We still working on that.
We're working on that.
We're
gonna try to find it. We find other books that point who those people are and those plaques that he showed, but it's not. But I'll get back to you. If it is her, we'll find out if it's her. You know how we do. You know how we do. We're the history detectives. We'll figure things out. We're gonna do a little heist, whatever we gotta do to get it figured out. Anyway, I get myself. Is that the quiet phone?
Well, go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
Oh man. So, anyways, jeez, I want to go open up with I'll open up Deuteronomy 7 and 6 real quick, just to show that our people have always been. No, not if I don't even want that yet. I don't want that yet. Give me Revelation 13. I was looking at this yesterday.
The good thing, Deacon, today is we have proper reading.
Oh, snap. Revelation 13.
Damn.
Revelation 13 today.
Oversized reading, right? Oversized.
Wow. An applause. Revelation 13, we'll start with verse 2 and 3.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 2. And a beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
Right, the beast he's referring to is referring to America. This beast is referring to Babylon the Great. This beast is America. That's what it's alluding to. The European Union and things of that nature, which is America stems from the European Union because America is an extension of Britain. Okay? America is an extension of Britain. Okay? And so it's part of that beast. Read on.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Right, so it's as a leopard, meaning America has adopted the customs of the Greeks, meaning the democracy itself was born in Athens, Greece. Okay, the philosophies, things of that nature, it was America is an extension of Greco-Rome. So was Britain, same place. Greco-Rome, same people. Greco-Rome. Go ahead. That's why you have the days of the week is Latin. The names of the planets is Latin. You know, the back of your dollar bill has Latin letters and numerals on it. Nunc coeptis, or ordo seclorum, e pluribus unum, blah, blah, blah. It's Latin, because America is an extension of Rome. Greco-Rome. Go ahead. And of a bear, as in duality, as in like republicanism, Democrat is duality, as it goes into. And also, Persia pushed the whole vibe of freedom of religion. Persia pushed the vibe of philosophy of freedom. As long as you're subject to us, you can have your freedom of religion. That's where America got it from as well. Go ahead.
And his feet were as of the feet of a bear.
Of a bear, because bear represents Babylon, which is the boldness, the fierceness of going against God, the blasphemy, the evil, the bear, going into Babylon, okay? Read on.
No. And its mouth...
I'm sorry, the bear is Persia. Damn, the bear is Persia. The bear is Persia. The bear is Persia. Going into duality, the leopard is Greeks. Go ahead.
And its mouth as the mouth of a lion.
That's Babylon. The mouth of a lion is going. That's Babylon right there. That's the boldness. That's the fierceness going against, speaking against the Lord. So that's Babylon. I'm sorry. The bear is Persia. The lion is Babylon, and the leopard is Greece. Go ahead.
And the dragon gave him his power.
The dragon here is the devil, the spiritual entity itself, the evil of all evils, the devil himself. The devil gave him his what?
And the dragon gave him his power.
The devil gave him his power, which is why he has the power to create nuclear weapons. Nuclear science itself is based upon dreams. Albert Einstein has given dreams. Many of these scientists and these technologically advanced geniuses, I should say, because they are geniuses, they got their power from the devil. They got their understanding from Satan. To travel to the moon, flying into space, building planes, building nuclear weapons, being able to see atoms, how to split atoms. That's not normal. That's not something that a normal person just thinks of. There's a divinely sinister design behind that. Okay? The dragon gave him his power. Go ahead.
And his seat and great authority.
And his seat, his power on the earth, and great authority over the earth. Read on.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
So he saw one of the heads of this beast as it were wounded to death, meaning the head was chopped but it wasn't fully cut off. Okay? So he saw the head wounded, as it says it had 7 heads. You read above verse 1, it had 7 heads and 10 horns. So one of those heads is Rome. He's talking about Rome here. Okay? So one of those heads was wounded. Go ahead.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death.
As if it was going to fall, as it was going to die, be cut off. Go ahead.
And his deadly wound was healed.
But that wound, it healed. Meaning that head remained. It didn't fall. It regrouped itself. It healed and came back. That's what it was reborn, rather. It was rebirth. Going into the Renaissance. That's when the white man took over. So what I'm doing is I'm going this history class is pre-Renaissance history. We're going into pre-Renaissance history. Pre-Renaissance. That's before the white man took back his seat in great authority. Okay, so we are in pre-Renaissance history now. That's the Bible. This is going into pre-Renaissance. Well, I'm sorry, this is going into pre and post-Renaissance. Go ahead.
And all the world wondered after the beast.
And all the world wondered after the beast. The beast acquired what? Power from the devil, which goes into what? It's his military, his technology. Go ahead.
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
And they, the beast, the other European nations, worshipped the dragon, which gave power to the beast. Go to verse 12. They worship Satan too. That's Germany. The Germans pretty much were behind the nuclear weapons and so forth. Russia as well. Verse 12.
Verse 12. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
So this beast exercises all the power of the first beast. Who's the first beast? The same beast whose deadly wound was healed, who was wounded to death. It's Rome. Rome. Go ahead.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
To worship Rome, not only Rome, but her policies and her religion. Christianity is of Rome. The Christianity of today, the Christian doctrine of today, is based upon Roman Catholicism, Roman Christianity. Go ahead.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
So he's saying it again. Whose deadly wound was healed, because Rome didn't fall entirely. Okay? It was reborn. Now, let's get back into it. Give me that book. It talks about the old world Anglo and new world Anglo. You know what that is?
That's with King Hyamspool. That's like page 41 or something.
Yeah, let's get that. That's essays. A book is called Essays.
Yeah,
right?
essays of art.
Yeah, you know what I want, IT?
Essays of art.
It should have
The Punic books.
The Punic books. Okay, blow that up. I told you it was cold, man. You don't listen. You don't listen to me, man. You don't listen. Now you're going to learn the hard way, man.
I was hot for 2 hours.
All right, so where we at?
Go down.
The Punic books, right? Or go down. Yeah, we can start from there. That's
You want to
fine.
start back?
We can start from there. Yeah. I love this part. It's my favorite part.
Yes, sir. All right. The Punic books, which were ascribed to King Hyamspool.
So this book is entitled Essays of what? Essays of
Art.
Essays of Art. This book is entitled Essays of Art. It's a pretty old book as well, right? 1800s?
Yes, sir.
Like 1830, something like that.
Who's the author?
Author, I don't know who the author is. You know who the author is?
Just put essays of art.
You'll find it.
You'll find it, yeah.
Essays of Art. You'll find it. It's 1830s book. Read that.
The Punic books, which were ascribed to King Hyamspool, exactly reverses the course of migration and states that the progenitors of the African Moors.
The progenitors of the African Moors. Notice how I mentions Punic and African Moors in the same breath? Because the Punics are the forefathers of the African Moors. The Moors of Africa. It's the same people. Go ahead.
Were a people from Media and Persia.
Why? Because the northern kingdom of Israel were placed in the cities of the Medes and became exiles and were renamed Scythians, whatever, which means wanderers. Okay? That's us. It's talking about us. So read on.
Who had marched through Europe into Spain and thence into Mauritania.
Well, so he's telling you that one group marched from one group came from like Libya and worked their way up into Mauritania and into Spain from this direction, and one group came from Media, Spain, and went another direction into Spain. So they both basically they met up. We always did that. Israel always met up. One would come from the west, One come from the east, one come from the north, one come from the south. We always meet up. We knew where each other was. Whenever there was time to escape persecution of the captivities, we would run and flee. I know so-and-so's over there. Aunt so-and-so's over there. Uncle so-and-so's over there. Cousin so-and-so's over there. We were a very close-knit nation of people at one time. Read on.
Though whether overland by the isthmus or by boats across the strait is still left to conjecture.
Right, a boat across the strait, as in the Gibraltar, the Straits of Gibraltar. Whether they walked there or they sailed there, it's in question. But nonetheless, they both still met up in the same place. The Straits of Gibraltar. Go ahead.
Preacher thinks the Libyans and Iberians were distant races.
The Libyans and Iberians were distinct races, meaning Libyans were Hamites, Iberians were not. Because remember, he says earlier, African Moors. But these African quote unquote Moors, are not of the same lineage of the same lineage. Because the Libyans are Hamites, or Africans, but the Iberians were Moors. Moors are not Africans. I showed you earlier last week about the Haritans, how is it that they were distinct from the original, from the African people there. So the white man knows these are Negroes here, these are not. They know the difference. They understand the distinction because the Hamites tell them, that's not us over there, that's them. We had them enslaved here. You want them as slaves too? Come on. They know. Go ahead.
But owns that they were found intermingling in the islands.
We did intermingle with them because the Libyans, from what I've read, they had different. They did have some portions of Japhetic lands, or Libya in general as well, or with Libya as well. We intermingle with them. Remember Hannibal and them, who became Iberians down the line. They intermingle with them. Go ahead.
And along the western shores of the Mediterranean. Mm-hmm. Of course, it may be taken for granted that among these Iberians, thus spread over Africa.
Among these Iberians, thus spread over, therefore, among these Iberians, thus or therefore, they spread over Africa, being called African Moors. Same people. The Moors and Iberians are the same people. Go ahead.
Spain, France.
We had Spain, we had France or Septimania. We had southern Spain, we had southern France. Go ahead.
And the British Isles.
And we took the British Isles and we would mine the tin from those isles. Put that out last week as well regarding the Silurians. The Iberians sailed different areas and acquired different names.
Right.
They were Carthaginians. First they were Phoenicians, or Carthaginians, then Iberians, or Ibero something. What the term I use? Ibero something. Celt-Iberians. Celt-Iberians. That's us too. Celt-Iberians. Because the Iberians went to the Celt Scotland. We took Ireland over there, but named it Ibero. Named it Eber after ourselves. Iberian Peninsula. Iberion. Ibernicum. Ibernia. We would name it after ourselves. Go ahead.
Local differences would exist, just as there is a perceptible difference between the Anglo-Saxons of the old world.
Stop. It says local differences would exist. It says just as there is a perceptible, meaning a clear view difference between the Anglo-Saxons of the old world, that's us. We're the Anglo-Saxons of the old world because the Anglo-Saxons means angelic sons of Isaac. We are the angelic sons of Isaac of the old world. Go ahead.
And those of the new.
Because the Anglo-Saxons of the new world is white people today. When this book was written by a New World Anglo-Saxon, a Caucasian. He said, well, we're the New World Anglo-Saxons, but the ones of the old world, they was black. They were the Iberians. They were the Moors. That's what he's saying here. You must read between the lines. White man's telling you that there is a perceptible difference between us Anglo-Saxons of today and them niggas over there, old world Anglo-Saxons over there back then. Meaning what? They took over. They became the new Anglo-Saxons. That wound was healed. Now we're the Anglo-Saxons now. We're the Jews now. We're the Christians now. We're the princes and kings and queens now. That's us now. So when that wound was healed, what did he begin to do? Give me Job 9:24. When the wound was healed, what did he begin to do? What did they begin to do? Let's read on. We get that.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Hold on. Read that. Read the rest of it. Then go to Job.
But there is reason to believe that the Scotty of Ireland.
Go on. Let's watch this. Let's don't go back to the point. But there is reason to believe that
the Scotty of Ireland.
The Scotty of Ireland is the Scots of Ireland. Scotch, Scotty, Scots, same word. Scotty of Ireland, go ahead.
The Iberians of Spain.
The Iberians of Spain, go ahead.
And the Berbers of Africa.
And the Berbers or Moors or African Moors or Punics of Africa, go ahead.
Belong to a fundamentally identical race.
Same people. That's why I said earlier, there is a perceptible difference between the Anglo-Saxons that we study and the ones in the New World now. That's where you got this doctrine that came about a long time ago called British Israelism. British Israelism is white people who claim to be from Britain or from Ireland, whatever, white folks, so they took over. Wound was healed, they took over. Renaissance. They took upon themselves the titles that we took on first during our migration, during our migrating travels. We became the Iberians. We became the Scythians. We became the Carthaginians, the Phoenicians. That was us. From Solomon's travels all the way up into Hannibal, all the way up to the Moors and so forth. That was us. White man conquered us, enslaved us, took over get that book about the castles. We'll go there again. Conquest of Brazil, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to read it again. I'm going to hit it again and again and again and again till y'all get it. Conquest of Brazil by the author is...
Yeah, we got his name, but it's Conquest.
Damn, but this book is called... I'm sorry, I don't have the book in my possession. I'm just pulling from here at this point. Sorry. But it's the book is called... Conquest of Brazil. And it goes into how... I'll show you in a minute. Let's just get it. This all ties together. Let's read the process. Let's read this underline. That's all I want. I don't want to know.
Yes, sir.
No. Let's read from the period of what? Then skip over.
From the period of Moorish dominance.
Stop. That goes back to the book we read before about the African Moors tying back to the Iberians, the Scotty of Ireland, the Iberi of Spain, and what else it said? And the Berbers of Africa. It's the same people. But what did they have when they were ruling? Read this here.
So from the period of Moorish dominance in Portuguese history, 3 things are worth stressing as bearing directly upon 20th century Brazil. And the first has to do with just that subtle difference between brown and brunette.
The reason why he's talking about Brazil is because the Portuguese, when the Moors were conquered, overthrown, when the Spanish and Portuguese were overthrown, the Moors ruled both lands. We had those lands on lock for over 700 years. We were doing a whole lot of banging. A lot of banging with these European women. A lot. Now, I'm not saying, and a lot of the mulattoes that were brought over here were based upon having black fathers and white mothers. It was not the other way around. So when you see, they say, oh, light-skinned people, light-skinned blacks have white blood in them. Yeah, from their mama's side, which don't mean nothing, because you are what your father is. So a lot of the light-skinned blacks that were brought over here in slave ships from those areas were a product of black fathers and white mothers. And if black fathers were ruling, they were the conquered, and their white mothers were the spared. You understand? And their children were sold off. That's what a lot of mulattoes derive from. There's books on that. Bennett Jr., Lerone Bennett Jr.
Yes, sir.
He brings that out. That the original mulattoes were not so much from white fathers and black mothers. No, they were from black fathers and white mothers. Why? Read it right here. Before the Spanish and Portuguese conquered the Moors, here's what the order of operations was. Read this here.
Many North Americans profess horror at the intermarriage of white and colored types.
So in Brazil, when they took over, when they conquered us, it was a horror for white people and Brazilian black people to intermingle. They had anti-miscegenation laws, anti-mixed laws, it's called anti-miscegenation laws, where they forbade white men and black women, or vice versa, intermingling. But watch this. Read on.
Which is so common in South America. Mark well then that the first contact of the Portuguese and Spanish.
Stop. He says, mark well, not right now, during when this book was written, or maybe this book is old too, right?
Yes, sir.
So he's saying, mark now how now it's forbidden for blacks and whites to intermingle. But however, prior to that, read on.
Spanish with a darker-skinned people was the contact of the conquered with their brown-skinned conquerors.
See what happened? See the order? It says at one point in time, the mingling was taking place where the whites were mingling with the conquered, with the conquered was a white, and the conquerors were the black. The conquerors were the black-skinned, brown-skinned conquerors. So it was, read on, there's more.
And the darker man was the more cultured.
The black man, prior to that wound being healed, prior to the Renaissance, we were, and still are, to an extent, were still the most what?
More cultured.
More cultured.
More learned.
More educated. That's where your algebra comes from. That's where your almanac comes from. That's Arabic words. We spoke those languages.
Right.
That's our studies. Algebra, I believe it means the measure.
Yes, the
No,
measure
not,
of
or is that almanac?
Arithmetic or something.
Yeah, but
That's what algebra.
algebra
is
means the measure.
the measure.
An almanac means something else. But we created that. We created the almanac. We created algebra. That's us. We were the more educated.
Huh?
Al means the. That's what al means. And then the jabra or the manak or almanac. That's us. Okay, read on. And when we conquered the white man and forced them into the caves in Spain and Portugal of the mountains of Covadonga, they were speaking Latin prior to this. The white folks that had Spain and Portugal on lock, they were Hispano-Romans, Visigoths, and Vandals. When the Moors conquered them, we forced them into the mountains of Mount Covadonga, and they stayed there for years. We killed them to the point where it was like you can count them by ones. Right. 1, 2, 3, 30. We counted 30 of them. We said, 20 women and 10 men. What threat is that? Let them stay in the caves. Bad mistake. So when they were in the caves all that time, all those hundreds of years in the caves, they began to forget Latin. So they took what Latin they had left and the Arabic that they got from their conquerors, and they merged it together. That's how Spanish was born. That's why you have el and la in Spanish. Those are Arabic words. Llamo, whatever. El means the in Spanish, but it means the in Arabic too, because they borrowed it from Arabic.
Borrowed it from the Arabs.
Spanish is a mutt language. It's a cave language that you simple ass Hispanics are proud of. It's bullshit. And a lot of you Hispanics are proud of it. Yeah, Spanish, Espanol, it's garbage. That's it. I'm good. I'm calm. I'm sorry. I can't stand that.
And going back to the more learned, remember the book we brought out? In that same book, that was the Conquest of the Moors. He said, remember, we was able to measure the circumference of the earth.
Yeah, we know the earth is round. We knew the earth is round. We knew how round. We knew the measures of it also.
Yeah, the almanac is talk about the calendar.
Yes, I mean almanac means the calendar, right. And al-jabra means the measure. Jabra means measure. Manak means calendar. We made calendars. We are behind algebra. Is that a surprise? Really? Is it? No, it's not. Let's continue.
And the darker man was the more cultured, more learned, more artistic.
More artistic. Give me real quick, Cap. Give me Isaiah. About who'll take it away. Isaiah 3 and 1. Mm-hmm. Read that. More. Keep that in mind. More artistic. Read on.
Me?
No, I'm sorry, Jess. Yeah, keep reading that book.
Yes, sir. He lived in the castles. And
wait. It says the dark-skinned, brown-skinned conqueror lived where?
He lived in the castles.
We lived in the castles. You know why we lived in the castles? Because we built them.
That's right.
We built them. The castle you see Queen Elizabeth in, all that stuff, Prince William and Princess Diana, them, we built them castles they in. We built that. Them little swirly, them little swirly top things in Russia, them castles with the swirly top, we built that. Listen to me. Listen to me carefully, audience. prior to the Greeks, the so-called white man has no history. None. He's a nobody. Prior to that, he's just Esau. At the Greeks and Romans is his glory. Outside of that, he's nobody. He's nothing. He's just there. He's just around. It's not racist. I'm not trying to. It's not about me hating him personally. But I'm just telling you that prior to the Greeks and Romans, they have no legitimate history.
Indeed, that's why the scripture says a fugitive and a vagabond he should be roaming the earth.
Right. This is not. So I'm not. Don't mistake what I'm saying for me having a personal hatred towards a color of people because they're color of their skin. I'm simply basing a fact, an historical fact, that if you ask the Europeans prior to the Greeks, what were you doing? What were your accomplishments? Oh, we were in Egypt. No, you weren't. You're not Egyptians. Stop this. Egypt's part of Africa. You're not going to bring up when the Greeks conquered the Egyptians to say you're Egyptians. No, you're not doing that. The white Egyptians was based upon Ptolemaic conquest, Greco conquest of Egypt, the Ptolemies. That's it. Prior to that, all the Egyptians on the walls, their mummified remains is high cheekbone, wide-nosed Negroes. Not blasting us, but wide-nosed black people. So we're not going to sit and say, oh, yeah, the Egyptians were no, they were not Caucasians. Egypt is in Africa. Where do you get white people in Egypt from? Where do you get that from? Right. It's Egypt. Egypt is in Africa. It's part of the continent. It's Northeast Africa. It's not Europe. So prior to the Greco-Greek conquest, prior to Alexander the Great, you asked Europeans, what were you doing? What were your accomplishments? What were you guys? Where were y'all prior to the Greeks? They'll have no answer or they'll make something up. They have to. Now read Job now. I don't want to forget.
You don't want Isaiah?
Yeah, read that too, but give me Job first regarding this here. This is in the Bible, this history here. Us in the castles. Don't let me forget.
Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Read again.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
You read that earlier. It says the dragon gave him his seat and great authority. You remember that? So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Go ahead.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Who are the judges thereof? It's the Israelites. We are the judges thereof. Israel is the judges thereof. Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
If it's not him doing it, then where and who is doing this? Who is whitewashing images? You have a thing called iconoclasm. It means image destroyer. There was a guy I saw on the comment board. I couldn't resist on the comment board. I'm not gonna say what comment board it was. He says, what did he say? He said that when you go to the what is it? He said, oh yeah, the pictures of white Jesus is not based upon Caesar Borgia because there's depictions of Jesus white before Caesar Borgia. I said, okay. Yeah, I said, where? The guy says to the other guy in the comment board, he says, located in located in a place called the Ravenna Mosaics. The Ravenna, Italy Mosaics. They had depictions of white folks all on the ceilings. And I'm like, okay, well, what century? It says 5th and 6th century mosaic art. I'm like, wow, that's so odd because I know what Bishop Yalosar brought out in class yesterday, I believe, of the unknown catacombs. And those go back long before 5th and 6th century. And they have Adam and Eve black. Most black images all in the same place. Under Rome, underground, pre-4th and 5th century, you got black images. But then later on, you got, in AD, you got white ones. How'd that happen? Because someone's running around whitewashing things. Someone's running around covering the faces thereof. Give me first Maccabees 3:48. Then we'll get Isaiah as well. Don't even forget, because I will forget.
Mm-hmm. The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48.
This is their MO. This is what the European nations have done when they took over, when the deadly wound was healed, and they gained their supremacy over the earth once again as an extension of Greco-Rome. What did they do? Read. What the Greeks do during this time, read.
And laid open the book of the law.
They opened our Bibles. They opened our Bibles. Now, I showed before, a couple of weeks ago, about the Ethiopian Bible being the oldest. There's some books in there that's freaking ridiculous, but they have in that Bible the pictures of black folks. A lot of people want the hell off. A lot of people went off after I started entertaining false writings. But their Bible is still old. And it has the original Bible as well, and as well as pseudo writings or false writings like Enoch, like Fourth Maccabees, some madness like that, which I've read is craziness. But in that old Bible in Ethiopia, which our people were behind it, is depictions of us as a black. So that book proves that we would have depictions of ourselves in our Bible. So what the Greeks do when they found it?
And laid open the book of the law.
So the Maccabees found the Bibles after they went to war, okay? And did what? Open the Bible and saw what?
Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
The Greeks painted their images in our Bibles. They were trying to whitewash our images in our Bibles. What for? Why? Because they know who's the chosen and who's not. We're going to make you Greeks and we're going to make ourselves you. And they were successful when they became Christians, when they became Jews.
But mistaken.
Exactly. Admirable, but mistaken. Exactly. So, what you got? Hold on to that, Isaiah. Go back to that again with the castles.
He lived in the castle.
We, as in he, the black, brown conqueror, lived in the castles.
And occupied the town.
And we occupied the towns.
He was the rich man.
We were the wealthy man.
And the Portuguese became serfs upon his land.
And the Portuguese and Spaniards became the slaves in that land we occupied. While we were in the castles. Go ahead.
Under such conditions, it will be deemed an honor for the white to marry or mate with the governing class, the brown man, instead of the reverse.
So in those conditions, it was an honor in the white man's eyes to marry the black man, especially if he was the ruling class, the conqueror.
You can see proof of this also. Bishop brought out a couple years ago. If you've seen the movie Dracula Untold, in that castle, these are actual. They were our castles they were using. Those were our actual castles. You can see a painting if you pay attention
in the background.
In the background,
they were filming in the actual castles we built out there. The character he played was Vlad Dracul.
Dracul.
Okay, Vlad the Impaler. Dracul was his name. And he's the why they call him a vampire. He was a warrior. He killed a lot of people. So they say he's a bloodshedder. They call him a vampire. So he was doing horrific. He did horrific tortures. So they say he's a monster. So that's the term. He became a vampire. Blah blah blah. That's where that comes from. But if you watch Dracula Untold, him and his wife is in his room, and you look at the background, you see all black images and paintings of us on the walls in the background because they're filming in the actual castle we built. Now get that mosaic real quick. That artwork you have, the Wild Man.
Are we able to pull that up?
They have it right there. They pulled it up earlier.
No, the video of the Dracul.
We could do that. Possibly.
If they don't,
they'll flag us.
Yeah, they're sorry.
But you have right here. You have the white folks right here, all fuzzy, looking here. That's the Flintstones, pretty much. Freddie Rubble and them, Barney Rubble and all them, and Fred Flintstone and them. That's them taking over. That's them coming, and you see the black folks, the military, the archers there. Look at the castle. Zoom into the castle. Blow it up. Who do you see? Who's wearing the crown? The man and his woman's wearing the crown. We're the king and queens in there. And the white man's trying to take over. And they were successful. Okay? So there's artwork. There's artwork of this. There's artwork of their conquest. There's artwork of their Renaissance. These are pre-Renaissance. What's it called? A mural? What do you call that? I forgot to call that. It's like an interwovening. I forgot what they call it. It's a term for it. I don't want to say mosaic, but it's an artwork. It's an artwork of one going against war with the other. Esau and Jacob going back and forth for power over the earth. Because at the end of the day, everything revolves around those two sons, Esau and Jacob. Everything. Time itself revolves around those two nations. Everything revolves around those two. Now, what else we got? Go back out. What else you got, Jess? So we got Scotty of Ireland, Iberia of Spain, the Moors, the Punics, African Moors, all the same. Harritons, all the same.
I just wanted to get something out of Nature Knows No Color.
Oh yeah, you were flipping through that. Yeah, and I want that
just something
Isaiah.
to go with this.
Okay.
At the time.
Well, give me Isaiah first. Give me Isaiah and get the book. Give me Isaiah first. So I can get some more scriptures first.
You want 3 verse 1?
Yes, I want verse 1 to show what the Lord did. This ties back to his wound was healed, because once his wound was healed, he conquered us. Man, get that first. Revelation, you overthrew us? Revelation.
We just read at 13.
Yeah, but it says overcome. Hold on. 12. Is it 12? Great red dragon overcame them. Hold on. Just overcome. 12.
Wait,
12 and 7?
Yeah, 12. No. It's
But as you can see, this history is vast. You know, Israel was all over the place.
Revelations 13:7.
I think that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, this one.
And don't let
Yeah, that's it.
you got it deep.
Yeah.
Revelations 13 verse 7.
That's it. Yeah.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
The him is a great dragon. That great dragon, which is Babylon the Great. Okay. Read again.
And it was given unto him to
The
make
it that was given to him was the power of the devil. That's who the it. That's what the it is. The power of Satan. Go ahead.
to make war with the saints.
The saints are the Israelites. That's us. From the time of Spain, Portugal, Britain, Russia, England, we had these lands. France, we had these lands. I'm going to prove it also. I got more books written by Thomas Jefferson. He complained about that too. I'm going to show y'all that. That book is in the 1700s.
Oh, Ben Franklin?
Ben Franklin's complaint about immigration. You got to stop letting niggas in here. He wrote a book about it. Stop letting these black people here. There's more of them than us in Spain. Well, I don't want to spoil it for y'all. I got something good for y'all. But read again.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
It was given power unto him by the devil to make war with the saints who are the Israelites. We are the saints. Go ahead.
And to overcome them.
And to what?
And to overcome them.
Overcome means to enslave them, to colonize them, to indoctrinate them, to take them captive. What does captive mean? When someone has control over you, but you are under the appearance of independence. That's what it means to overcome you. Go ahead.
And power was given him over all kindreds.
Not only did he conquer the Israelites, he conquered all nations. Took power over all of them in some way. Go ahead.
All kindreds and tongues and nations.
That's all I want. Now read verse 8.
Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him.
How? They worship his architecture. They worship his philosophies, his science. They worship his technological advancements with the missiles, things of that nature. They worship him. Go ahead.
Whose name?
How he looks, his features, all of that. His woman, his man, how they look. Go ahead.
Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
Right. I mean, those they're not gonna make it. They're gonna die. Those who worship him are gonna die. So, what else we got there? J. Rogers, what you got?
Yeah, Nature knows no color line. It's going back to us being in the castle during that time period of who we were. The page I just gave you. And going back to the more culture and more artistic, the blue highlight, that's all I want.
Isaiah 3. Go on to that.
Says what, right there, says whatever makes a kingdom great, whatsoever tends to refinement and civilization.
What page is this?
Bring
Bring it up. Bring it up real fast. What page is it?
61.
Page 61. Go ahead.
Says whatever makes a kingdom great, whatsoever tends to refinement and civilization was found in Moorish Spain.
Wow. Read it again.
Whatever makes a kingdom great.
Whatever makes a kingdom great.
Whatsoever tends to refinement and civilization.
What tends to refinement? That means it was complete and utter intelligence. Refined. The architecture, order, structure, that's refinement. Go ahead.
Was found in Moorish Spain.
Was found in Moorish Spain and Portugal. Go ahead.
The Alhambra.
The Alhambra,
And the general life in Granada and the mosque at Cordova.
Granada was the last stronghold of the Moors before white men took over. It was Granada. That was the last Moorish stronghold before they took over. Granada. Read again.
The Alhambra and the general life in Granada and the mosque at Cordova are testimony to this. Nothing more superb in architecture has ever been built. Blackness of skin was not the disgrace it was later to be in colonial America.
Wow, it became the disgrace. Read on.
Proud white knights thought Negroes such worthy foes, they placed them in their family crests and welcomed those who became Christian as allies and social equals.
Wow. So proud white knights, the white folks put us as their. that's yeah, okay. The dark skinned race and power. Yeah, you converted to Christianity, right? Hold on.
Coons.
But the blackness of skin at that time period was not the disgrace, going back to the
right, us being in the castles.
Us being in the castles and so forth. And the white women wanted to be with us as an honor.
Read the next part, with the dark skin part. Read that part.
It says, with the dark skin race and power.
Stop! With the dark skin race in power. Go ahead.
Miscegenation.
Mixing, intermingling, go ahead.
With the whites.
With white women, go ahead.
Was as easy as that of whites with Indians and Negroes in the New World.
See? So
they loved us.
They loved us. Because we ruled. And whites mixed with, it was a lot harder when they took over for them to mix with Indians and Negroes. But white people mixed with Indians and Negroes. Women also, not just men. So, I'll let that go. That goes back to that book as well, Conquest of Spain, about the blacks in power. Okay. Give me Isaiah now, regarding the power and the refinement and civilization. The Lord eventually took that away, and power was given to Edom. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, the Lord of hosts, to take away from Jerusalem.
The Lord will take away from Jerusalem the people. Jerusalem before the place. Go ahead.
And from Judah, the stay and the staff.
He'll take away the stay and staff. Go ahead. The leadership. Go ahead.
The whole stay of bread.
I mean, he took away the food. It'll cause famine. Go ahead.
And the whole stay of water.
And the stay of water, take away the water. It's gonna cause famine. Go ahead.
The mighty man and the man of war.
He'll remove the military from us. The Moors, the Maroons. I'm gonna all your warriors. I'm gonna remove from them. Your Gabriel Prazers, your Nat Turners. Jasper Youngers. I'm gonna remove them from you. You have no warriors anymore. No more Geronimos. No more of them. Go ahead. Lightfoots. No more of them. Go ahead.
The judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient.
No more judge, no more prophet. The prudent, the ancient are going to be gone. The elderly going to be killed off. Go ahead.
The captain of 50, an honorable man, and a counselor, and a cunning artificer.
The cunning what?
Artificer.
The cunning artificer. These are the men that had intelligence. These are the wise of us. Artificers. These are the builders. These guys are construction workers, the carpenters. That's the artificers. Go ahead.
And the eloquent orator.
The ones who spoke well, the eloquent orators, the ambassadors that spoke on our behalf. Gone. The Malcolms, Fred Hamptons, Marcus Garveys. These were eloquent orators. MLK, eloquent orators. Huey P. Newtons, Bobby Seals. These were eloquent orators. They were leaders. They weren't right in everything they were teaching, but they were very well spoken. Muhammad Ali's. Who do we have now? Little Balls, Tiny Tim, Little Blip Blop. These dumbass names. These are your leaders now? I'm going to a bad place. Keep going.
And I will give children to be their princes.
And I will give what?
And I will give children to be their princes.
That's Lil Yachty. That's Bobby Shmurda. Lil this, Lil that, small this, tiny that. Fetus, embryo, spermish, sperm boy. It's smaller and smaller. Fetus, embryo is getting smaller and smaller every year. These are your leaders now. These are your spokesmen now. What else we got?
And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them.
And babes shall rule over you. Now you're going to have idiots ruling over you. Go ahead.
And the people shall be oppressed.
We shall be oppressed. Go ahead.
Everyone by another.
Everyone by another. We're going to oppress each other. Black crime, community run terrible now. The young black boys and children terrorizing old people in the Bronx, New York. We shall oppress each other, or be a ghetto, terrorize each other, black on black crime. Go ahead.
Everyone by another.
Everyone by his brothers, each other. Go ahead.
And everyone by his neighbor.
Everyone by his own people. His neighbors, their own people. Go ahead.
The child shall behave himself proudly against the
The
ancient.
child will disrespect the old.
And the base against the honorable.
And the low against the high. No respect. Jump down to verse you know I want. So what's the end result of that? What's the end result? Read verse you know I want.
Verse 12.
Here we go.
As for my people.
As for my people, he's talking to. Go ahead.
Children are their oppressors.
Children are now their oppressors and their leaders now. Go ahead.
And women rule over
and
them.
women run the house. Now the black family is run by a gynocracy. A gynocracy. A bunch of gynas run the black community now. That's what's happening now because the black man is no longer in the home. Once the black man fell, we fell hard. Hard. To the point now where black men are trying to run away from the black woman, getting passports, trying to run away from her now. Times are changing now. Because the black man is not in this original seat of power because we strayed from the Bible. We strayed from this book. So God strayed from us. We lost the castles. We lost the rulership. We lost the power. Give me Deuteronomy 32, but the power we got. Oh, I showed that last. We
found it last week?
Yeah, we did. We played it before.
Okay.
Yeah, Bishop, all praises. Thanks, Bishop. We played it 2 weeks ago. We played it. But we can show it again. And we can show that what's the name? Dracula Untold.
Dracula Untold. Look that up.
Get the Dracula Untold scene. I think it's when he's in the castle. Yeah, that too. And give me that. Yeah, send that to them. All praises. Bishops, give me some ammunition. All praise to the Lord, man. Give Bishop a round of applause, man.
All praises.
Man. Bishop's assistants. Where the damn claps at, man. What's going on? Damn, the IT team over there, man. Oh, God, that's so late.
Yo, they late with everything.
Jesus Christ. I know we had a long night, guy. I can't get mad at you. We had a long day, man. I can't get mad at you, man. We had to freaking New York rats eating my car alive. I had to get my car fixed. You can't even drive to work anymore, man. I drove my car to work. The rats ate my lights away. Ate the damn wires to the lights. My headlights is out. The damn plastic. They ate. Yo, man, I hate New York.
They going through a famine, too.
They going through a famine. ate my car like it was cookies.
See, all we got left is wires.
Hey,
Put some hassles.
Spent till 5 a.m. here, man, fixing my car. It's crazy, bro. Eating my wires. I had no headlights.
I'm just saying that never happened to you in Philly. I'm just saying.
This is true. This is very true. So you're right about that. You get the Dracula Untold scene. Cap, I mean, the temptation's there. Do what you gotta do. Speak your truth, Cap.
Hey, give Cap the music for him real quick. Cap, you back, yo. Come on, Cap. Cap is back.
Oh,
man.
Cap trying to be good. Okay, good for you, Cap. Good for you.
He said, let's not go there.
Good for you, Cap. I'm proud of you, man. I'm good for you, man. I see you
He
beating
fighting. Yeah, he fighting. He fighting.
Oh, yeah, it was like, oops.
Don't
You
be
got that scene? Come on, real quick. Come on.
Be hasty to give credit.
Time. No time constraint. Come on.
Hey, remember Cap said he came back to restore balance.
To
the
balance
show.
to the force?
Yeah.
To the force.
See?
He said it was unbalanced.
People didn't know that part though. I'm just saying.
Dracula Untold scene in Castle. I don't know.
Just play the Ethiopian.
Okay, go down when they're in the castle with his wife. Let me see.
Dracula Untold.
Dracula Untold with wife. Just type in Dracula Untold with wife.
Castle scene.
It's on YouTube. I
And
watched it.
He was around Vlad, I think around 1450s. 14.
Go down. Go down. Go down. Is that it right there? When they're in the castle right there? Is that it there?
It look like it.
With the candlelight? In the back, it's his wife right there, right?
Yes, sir. Go down to that
Go
one.
down to that one right there with his wife. Not that one.
This guy clicks.
It's the wrong one. That one. Where they're in the castle. I'm trying to see if that's the one. For his photo to see they're in the castle walls, it's really like a dark room with candles around. I meant to go back and find it. So I don't want to waste time.
Play the Ethiopian Bible one again.
Yeah, play that again.
And while y'all look for that one, I'll look for it.
Yeah, y'all play the Ethiopian Bible first. Play that first. So go back to the Ethiopian Bible video again, just to show that we would put our images and depictions of ourselves in our Bibles. When the Christian doctrine was brought over to Ethiopia, it says one of the oldest Bibles, and it does contain a couple of false writings, but it still has the other books in it. Like I think it's another Bible had 88. I think they have 90 in theirs. Like they have two books that Third Maccabees, which repeats Second Maccabees, and then I think they have another one, Enoch or something, which is madness. So they're not too far off. Just that Enoch book is retarded. There's no scripture in the Bible that says there's a book of Enoch ever, not one time.
Yeah, I did have it last week. What's going on?
I just sent it to you in Telegram. Manny, you should have it. The Ethiopian Bible.
There it goes. Let's go. Come on.
These 15th century manuscripts. Sometimes, it's amazing that, people in the 15th century, were they, aware of color?
Yep.
All the saints, even the Virgin,
they have Mary and
is
Christ
painted
there.
black.
They're black, and they have covering to cover the
Today,
pictures.
even today, you don't find such paintings in churches. Not always, a bright color, not black color.
Look at the picture.
So it has to be studied very well,
Yep.
This type of documents. Look, even the evangelist. This is Matthew.
They got Matthew. Matthew drawn as a black man with a white beard. Look at it.
Decorations. All this, And as I told you, at
They got Matthew writing Matthew in the picture.
To cover. It is cotton made.
Wow.
This is, homemade clothes.
So we try to
they protect it not to be destroyed.
That's all I want. So when the Greeks came across our Bibles, they found that and said, we got to whitewash that. We have to erase these guys, their connection to that Bible. Erase it. Make everything about us. Only us. You found it? With them in the castle? I'll find it another time. I'll go back to it. This guy remind me. But there's a scene where he's with his wife. He's with his wife. And they're in the castle talking. Let me see.
Indeed, that's why it's
I think
important.
she's in the tub. They're in the. That's not that. That ain't it. That's when he runs from the sun. That's not the one. It's before this.
A little phone break. We'll take it.
Yeah, we're going to take a break and we'll find it. What have you get? What you saying, Cap? Yeah, you were saying
So
something.
that's why it's important that they keep pushing that self-hatred doctrine. Like
Yes.
I said, or you're not allowed to have images.
No.
Anytime we display any type of self-pride of images of black people in the Bible, they say, "Oh, you're not allowed to have images." That's an idolatry.
Right.
But prior to us bringing up the image of Christ, they didn't question the white image of Christ. They
Right.
didn't question Caesar saying that, it's illegal for you to have images in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from the Ecumenical Council, like I said, primarily when we was going around pushing that doctrine of iconoclasm.
Yeah, we were doing that too. You had dumb niggas pushing it, and then you had white folks came behind it
Yep.
and start falling behind it.
Because recanted later on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because recanted, and the Esau came right behind them and pushed that same doctrine.
Right. We stopped. We started, and then we stopped, and then Esau came and said, "Nah, let's just keep going." And they started with the thing called Ravenna, Italy. They have old mosaics, 4th, 5th century mosaics in Ravenna, Italy, where they whitewashed our images up there too. If you have any questions or comments, you can call us at 267-702-6121. That's 267-702-6121. Real quick, get that picture also, them whitewashing our images real quick.
Get that. And also for the Dracula Untold, y'all can go to IUIC Dracula, because when Bishop did the commentary on it, and just go to timestamp 651.
All praises. So see right here? Go back to that picture real fast. Go back to that again. Blow it up so they can see what's happening. They got the paintbrush there. They're whitewashing the images. That's what they're doing. They did that to the mosaics in Ravenna, Italy, in the 4th and 5th century. That's what they were doing. All right? Because remember, in underground, in that same area in Italy, the catacombs were drawing black depictions of Adam and Eve. Samson, all that is on there.
Right.
Play games if you want to. Go to the next image. There's more. And by the way, we didn't make this up. We had the books that these pictures are in. You stupid ass apologetics. We got the books that show these pictures. Oh, I can't find that book anywhere. They made that up. That picture isn't real. Bishop Nathaniel is an artist. He drew that whole picture there. He drew that man. He drew the man's hand. He drew that.
Don't make any sense, man.
We're like gods to y'all, man. Y'all worship us. I'm telling you, follow us around like a bunch of groupies. You can't make this up, man. Get off the balls. Leave us alone.
That's
Where we at?
I sent you some images too. Real quick.
Just real fast. We'll come back. Well, you go over that first. We'll come back. But look, you see right here again. He's whitewashing. You see the background. You can bring it in some, or it's cut off. So you see the black hand in the back. You see the white. He's white. You see he's painting it white right there. Look at the image in the back.
Go to the back.
Go to the back with the hand. It's a black image in the back, but he's painting that one white. So I'm just showing y'all. All right? Yeah. All right. So we'll take a quick break real fast. We'll take a quick break. I'm getting upset. To calm myself down. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. We'll see you then. Just stay tuned. We got some more stuff for y'all. Stay tuned.
I am always a little skeptical about quote unquote Israelites, the Israelite movement.
We all say we believe in the Bible. I don't see why we would have an issue unifying, according to what the scriptures say.
God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16.
You can choose whatever scripture to justify whatever. You can choose whatever scripture to explain whatever.
Okay. A lot of times we'll isolate this one verse, but I would like to start at verse 14 to make sure we're reading in its context. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
You won't ever be able to get me past. Ever.
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 Even if we go scripture upon scripture.
Ever.
So if the serpent was raised to the Israelites, the Son of Man, who is Jesus Christ, must be lifted up in the same manner. When it comes to salvation, you normally have an oppressor and a victim. Who's playing the victim 10 times out of 10? It's us. And there's an oppressor that is causing the oppression.
When you ought to know your adversary, know the enemy that you're trying to fight, and deal with that.
Are you saying the white man is the adversary?
In some places, yes.
America being one?
Of course.
In order for salvation to take place, that victim needs to be saved from that oppressor.
I'm very grateful that we have people teaching the history of our people beyond slavery.
Right.
That I want us to remain in communication.
Yes, sir.
Even after the day.
All praise from the Most High. Right. Buddy, my brother. Yes, sir.
This is Original Royalty Street Team. We set it off out here in Harlem, Uptown, Night Market. So, what's your favorite genre?
The genre? I like dancehall, reggae.
Dancehall, reggae? All right. So how you feel about it?
It was good. It kind of sounded like I had a hint of Afro beats to it. Like I was hearing like the Afro beats type mix into it. It sounded nice though. I like it.
That's what's up.
What's your favorite genre of music?
I like rap, like underground.
Rap, R&B, it's whatever. I love it all. Drill.
Got the juice, I ain't talking no bootleg, cause we walk in the light of a new day. I can't listen to nothing a fool say. Thank the Lord that he showed us a new way.
So what's your favorite genre of music? Rap or hip hop? All right, all praises. What's some of the things you liked about the footage?
The beat, the flow, and I like the video too.
So my man say he's into R&B. He looked like an R&B singer right now, right? He kind of looked like an R&B singer. You know, so what kind of R&B you like?
I like old school. That's all right. Came out the gate all right.
right, what you?
That's my type of
Joseph.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
It's you who don't know. It's you Afro-Syrians who don't know your history.
And going to the other side of India, you see the Dalits as well as the Siddhis. Same thing on the Eastern Hemisphere. Mass incarceration, police brutality, lynchings, convict leasings.
You brothers and sisters in South Sudan, your heritage goes far deeper than where you live. You are the children of God.
Ein Herz, das arge Ränke, was sind
Vamos poder suportar.
Les Français. Laat je niet misleiden door filosofie van.
I couldn't resist. We're back. We're back from the break. We're back from the break. Where we at? We want to show y'all real quick the Vlad Dracul images from the IUIC Dracula commentary from the bishop. We're just gonna give it a timestamp as to what they show in the background.
You over there hurting? You all right? Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
This is his wife and kid playing around the castle.
Go back, son.
Go back it and then freeze it.
You're on the actual castle ring.
You freeze it. See the coats of arm?
See the coats of arm right there, the two-headed eagle there?
On the bottom, yep.
That's our coat of arms there. Go ahead.
Freeze.
You see the black images on the wall on the left?
How was Bishop able to catch this?
These are Bishop. His eyes on his perception.
Bishop just doesn't watch movies to watch it. He watches it.
Yeah, another level right there.
So you see the black images on the wall on the left. Okay, go ahead.
I missed you. And I you.
Yeah, don't worry about her.
That's why they zoomed in on her and made her clearer.
So you
blurred out.
Oh man,
just looking dead at her, like zone in.
Look at her whiteness.
Calm down, IT. It's gonna be all right. Calm down, IT. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, they be like.
Freeze. Now back it up a couple of seconds. Get the full screen.
Can you imagine an actor's going through there like, what are these?
Right. Why are these here?
Black images on the wall.
Right.
One more frame.
Come on.
Boom.
He ain't gonna be able to get that.
That's right. It cuts too fast.
Yeah.
What else I got?
Right there. Play it. Let's see.
Let it play a little bit.
Yeah, let it play out.
Right there. See all the walls?
Yeah, they'll see it right in the background. You see all the walls.
Left and right.
Oh, left and right. The walls are covered without images. The walls are covered in black people's images.
That's like a wallpaper.
Yeah, it's a wallpaper of Negroes all there. They're acting. They're playing us in our castle, and we're drawn on the walls in our own castle. That's like you in your own. That's like someone breaking into your house. Your picture, your family's in the background. They kill you, and they're playing around in your house.
And Bishop, he also showed that it's in. I think it's in Image of the Black of Western Art. That same. They took that page. I mean, took it from here and put it inside the.
Put it in the book.
And put it in the book.
Play.
Go ahead.
I missed you. And I you. My big soldier.
Stop looking at the white woman. Watch the walls.
Pause.
See that? See all that?
Look at that.
Look at all that.
That's in that book too.
That's in the
Icon.
Yeah.
Yes, Russian icons. Russian
that's
icons. We had that book too, Russian icons. By the way, we had that book.
Stop looking at the white woman. Watch the walls.
Watch the walls.
Watch the walls.
The white. They got her all.
Yeah.
And eyes.
That's the same
Angelic.
thing remember, that's the same thing in the Matrix. When
The red woman in the red dress.
Yeah, he said, "Stop looking at the woman in the red dress. Watch everything around you.
Look around. So you see those are all black images in that castle, which we built. All that's all us there in the background. They're playing us, and we're drawn on the walls in the background.
And I think that painting is of Ivan the Terrible.
Ivan, right.
Ivan the
Ivan the
Terrible.
Terrible.
Bishop showed us that
We
book.
got that picture
Yes.
also. It's in black.
And in that picture too, to show you the angels leading him to war.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ivan the Terrible. That's we have a picture of him black as well. Keep going.
What an embrace, but no kiss.
Are we going to argue?
Oh, now y'all saying, oh. But there's more. Just keep going.
Something troubles you. What is it?
You see the angels in the back?
Yup, black angels in the back.
Only the impossible depth of your
Move,
beauty
nigga, we want to see you.
puts the rest of the world to shame.
Pay no attention to your father, Chris. Flattery
Look
is...
at
That's all that book.
see more
Saw that
angels,
book. See more angels there.
All these pictures is from damn. All in that book.
That look like the image from the early Illumination, Spanish
manuscript.
Manuscript.
So, some of them in
The
there.
crazy thing is, I traveled to a lot of these locations, these castles, but I just didn't have a refined eye back then.
Right. To see
I didn't
that.
know what I was looking at. I went to the catacombs, all of that.
You did?
Yeah, the Colosseum. Yeah, I went all that. I didn't go inside of it, but the
Oh, but you
Colosseum. If I
there.
would have known, I would have went inside of it.
Right, okay.
I had white eyes at the time.
Damn.
White eyes, damn.
This is what you call a squatter.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Squatter's
this is.
right.
Squatters' rights. Press play.
The backgrounds.
She knows all my tricks. You're a terrible liar. It's one of your most endearing qualities. You're just in time for bed.
Can we go riding tomorrow, Papa?
Of course we can.
You most certainly cannot.
Why not?
Because tomorrow is the day of our risen Lord.
Right there. Right
Yeah, that's the book right there.
The book right there. So you can watch out. So you want. You can watch it on your own. That's how you see Dracula. You can watch it on your own. The bishop goes into detail regarding what's in that book and those images on the walls of our castles in which they're acting in. This isn't the first time you watch the movie Ten Commandments. They're in the pyramid. They're there too. You have black images of Egyptians on there, and they're white people sitting on the throne. Damn confusion. So what else we got?
Pull up origin of the Anglo-Saxon race.
This origin of the Anglo-Saxon race by T.W. Shore. Origin of the Anglo-Saxon race by T.W. Shore.
Now we got a couple of
All
pages
right.
in here. A couple pages. Go to the beginning. That's not the beginning. It's called Our Darker Fathers.
Published in 1906. Not too bad.
Ready?
Yep, yeah.
Oh. Our Darker Forefathers.
Our darker forefathers. Go ahead.
One of the facts concerning the color of the hair and eyes of the people in different counties of England at the present time, brought to light by scientific observations, is that there is a higher percentage of people of a mixed brown type living in Hertfordshire, Buckinghamshire, Wiltshire.
Buckingham. You know Buckingham Palace? Buckinghamshire. These are our lands. These are our places. Wiltshire. You watch Lord of the Rings? Shire. So that's all based on us. Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, the Tudors, that's us too. It's all us. Go ahead.
And Dorset than in most other counties, except those in Cornwall and on the old Celtic borders.
Remember Celtiberians, Celtic, same thing as us too. Go ahead.
Right, Devonshire and Cornwall, where the Silures were.
The Silures are there. The Silures resided in Devonshire and Cornwall. Right, we brought that out last week. Go ahead.
The inhabitants of these counties are the darkest. This is usually explained on the supposition that in the process of the Saxon settlement, a British population was allowed to remain in these parts of England, which in the course of centuries became mixed with inhabitants of Anglo-Saxon descent. And consequently, the present population is more marked than those of pure descent by brown, hazel, or black eyes.
Wow.
With brown, chestnut, dark brown, or black hair. The counties of Hertford and Buckingham have people as dark as well.
Buckingham is Robin Hood. Buckingham, that's Robin Hood's area. Robin Hood.
Dang.
It's Buckingham. They talk about that all the time. Go ahead.
All investigation goes to show that this brunette outcrop is a reality. Bedeau found that the area in which there is a larger percentage of brown people in England extends from the River Lea to the Warwickshire Avon. In dealing with the circumstances of settlement, these ethnological facts must receive consideration.
Mm-hmm.
The survival of a British population is a possible explanation, and the one which appears to be the most natural. As there are some difficulties in this conclusion, the question arises, is there any other way in which the origin of these mixed brown people, surrounded by others of a somewhat fairer complexion, can be explained? An alternative explanation is that the people of a darker race may have come with the Anglos, Saxons, or Danes, and have settled largely in these parts of the country. There is a circumstantial evidence that people of a brown or dark complexion did come into England during the time of both the Saxon and the Danish settlements, and this may now be summarized.
Yeah, they're all black people. Go ahead.
First, we have the evidence that Wends were among the settlers during either during the early period or later in alliance with the Danes. The Wends, specifically so called by the Germans, included some tribes much darker than the Saxons and Angles. As the remnant of the race still called Wends living on the border of Saxony and Prussia at the present time shows, they are the darkest people in northern Germany, according to the official census. From 26 to 29% of the children of the Wendish district of Lusatia, south of Dresden, were shown by the census to be brunettes, notwithstanding that mixture of race with the much fairer people of Teutonic descent, which has been going on along this borderland. Since the dawn of history, all the Slav nations are not dark. Some
Slav nations is white folks, go ahead.
Some are as fair as the Scandinavians.
The Slavs, we had the slaves. We conquered Europe. The Slavs were white people. We had the slaves. That's what the term. That's what they called Slavs. Like Slovenia, we had them as slaves. Go ahead.
While others, such as the Wends and the Czechs of Bohemia, are dark.
There's the Czechs of Bohemia, and the Wends are dark. Go ahead.
The Wendish, place names in Buckinghamshire and on its borders, help to show that some people of this race probably settled in that country. Hunnerdon tells us that during the later Saxon period, they formed part of the Scandian host. They were in alliance with the Norwegians.
Scandinavia, go ahead.
The Norwegians, Danes, Swedes, Goths, and Frisians are in, next page, are in any case, people of these races were acting together in the Danish expeditions against England. It is likely, therefore, that when permanent settlements were formed, adjoining townships would be occupied by people of this alliance. This consideration helps to identify Windlebury in Hertfordshire, Wendover and its neighborhood in Buckinghamshire, the Anglo-Saxon Windofra and Windsor, actually Windlesore, close to the southern border of that county, were probably named after settlers who were Wends.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
Yes, sir. Go to the next page.
Come on. It's dragging.
Go up. Go down with the names. Let me start here. From Hunnerdon's statement concerning Vandals as Danish allies and these considerations, there appears to be evidence to account for the greater percentage of brunettes or the greater tendency to the brunette type.
Brunette means brown hair.
That prevails
dark
in
hair.
Hertfordshire and Buckinghamshire over the adjoining counties without necessarily concluding that such an ethnological phenomenon can only have been caused by a remnant of the British population. It is indeed an unlikely district for Celtic people to have been left in large numbers. On the contrary, get the page with the name, the surnames. Go straight to the surnames.
Yeah. Keep the Danes in mind, though. The Danes are important to remember. The Danes.
Let me see this. Blow it up.
Scotty, it's all the same. Scotty of England, same people.
Go back to the next page and start there, and then they go into it. Go down.
The typical place name?
No, come up. The first paragraph. The consideration of the probable origin of a great proportion of brunettes in two of the South Midland counties of England leads us to that of colored names as surnames and place names.
Color names as surnames and place names. Color names as last names, surnames, and place names. Go ahead.
Which may probably have been derived from their original settlers.
So the original settlers named themselves by colors or surnames and place names. Go ahead.
For example, there is the common name Brown.
Brown or brun, like brunette. Brun is brown. The word brown is the same word. That's where the term brunette comes from. Bronze, brun, burn, whatever. Same. Go ahead.
This has been derived from the Anglo-Saxon brun.
See? So the word brown comes from the Anglo-Saxon term brun, as in brunette. Go ahead.
Signifying brown. It is not reasonable to doubt that when our forefathers called a man brun or brown, they gave him the name as descriptive of his brown complexion.
Wow. So back then, when we were living in these lands and gave ourselves the last name so-and-so brown, because we were black, it's because of our skin. So white folks walking around saying, my name is Jason Brown. They ain't your last name. Like I said before, prior to the Greeks, these men have no history whatsoever. None. It's stolen. Everything about them is stolen. Literally everything. Go ahead. Remember, these are not God-given. These are self-given bywords. We call ourselves brown. Now, like for example, in Acts 13, Nigger, Simeon nigger. We did it all the time. In Acts 13, verse 1, Simeon's called nigger. Same thing. We nicknamed ourselves based upon our features. Go ahead.
The probability that the brunettes were common is supported by the frequent references to persons named Brun in Anglo-Saxon literature. Brun was a name not confined to England in the Anglo-Saxon and later periods. On the contrary, we find that it was a common name in ancient Germany. The typical place name, Brunnenfeld, occurs in a charter of Eltheston, dated 938 AD, and loco qui Brunnenfeld dictur. Brunsham Hans is mentioned in a charter of Edward the Elder.
Brunsham. It's all black. Go ahead.
Hans is mentioned in a charter of Edward the Elder about 900 AD. Next page. Brunsford is another suggestive name.
Blacksford. Brownsford. Go ahead.
Brunsman is mentioned as a personal name in Anglo-Saxon records.
Brown man.
Of the 11th century. And examples of the name Brunning are somewhat numerous in documents of the same period. At the present time, old place names of which the word Brun forms the chief part, such as Brunswick or Brunswick.
Like Jersey, you have New Brunswick. In Jersey, that's New Brownswick. New Brunswick. It says new because remember when the America separated from Britain, they named everything after Britain. New York, New Jersey. That's why it's a new because they copied from Britain.
Mm-hmm.
So Britain had York. They became New York over here. Britain had Brunswick. They became New Brunswick over here because America just took from Britain and just made it new. Started over again. Knew this, knew that. That's all they did. Go ahead. New Amsterdam, same thing. Go ahead.
Brunswick are common in Germany. The custom of calling people by colored names from their personal appearance or places after them was clearly not peculiar to our own country. It is probable that the name Brunswick was derived from the brown complexion of its original inhabitants.
Wow.
The map published by Ripley, based on the official ethnological survey of Germany, shows that parts of the country near Brunswick have a higher percentage of brunettes than the distinct further north. Bedeau also made observation on a number of Brunswick peasantry and records some remarkable facts relating to the proportion of brunettes among those who came under his observation. In view of this and the evidence relating to the use of the Anglo-Saxon word brun in English place names, we are not, I think, justified in deciding that all English names which begin with brun modernize into burn, in many cases by the well-known shifting of the R sound, have been derived from brun, a burn or stream, rather than from brun or brown. Go to the next page.
Wow.
Go up. Go down.
This the last one? Oh, you got more?
Got more. Start at the top. See something. Start at the top.
The evidence?
Yes, the evidence. The evidence concerning brown people in England during the Anglo-Saxon period, which can be derived from the place name Brun, is supplemented by that supplied in at least some of the old place names beginning with Dun or Dunning.
Dunning. Oh, Dun now. Now you got Dun now. Yeah, so you went from Brun. Now you got Dun. Go ahead.
Dun is an old English word denoting a color partaking of brown and black.
Oh, wow. Dun, like Duncan. Duncan. Go ahead.
And where it occurs at the beginning of words in such a combination as dunneling, it is possible that it refers to brown people or their children, rather than the Anglo-Celtic word dun, a hill or fortified place. As regards to the ancient brown race or races of North Europe, there can be no doubt of their existence in the southeast of Norway and in the east of Friesland. There can be no doubt about the important influence which the old Wendish race has had in the northern eastern parts of Germany, and transmitting to their descendants a more brunette complexion than prevails among the people.
A more brunette complexion, meaning brown complexion. Brunette complexion, go ahead.
Than a more brunette complexion than prevails among the people of Hanover. That's it on that.
That's it in the book?
Go to the next page.
Go to the next page. 305. Got more?
Yeah, that's it on that.
That's it? What else we got?
Go to the Surnames. The Surnames book.
Just go to the surnames. So you got Dunning, like Duncan. That means blacken. Brunswick, Brunningham. That's crazy. So this book is entitled, where's my book at? My book's at.
Right.
This book is entitled,
That it?
Yeah, Surnames of the United Kingdom by H. Harrison, Volume 1. Volume 1. Surnames of the United Kingdom, H. Harrison, Volume 1. Why am I going through that? Surname, remember we were earlier about how your surnames are based on your complexion. This is published, this is Volume 1, published in, come on, don't hide it from me, 1911, I think. Let me see, it's not giving me, yeah, I think it's 1900s. So this is like a glossary of surnames, what they mean. Volume 1 and Volume 2.
From the United Kingdom.
From the UK.
So this is a couple of surnames right here. Let's start the first one. Blackman.
Yeah, so people got last names like Blackman. Go ahead.
Meaning black. A Blackman was one of the early members of the royal family of Bernicia.
One of the early what?
A Blackman was one of the early members of the royal family of Bernicia.
Of Bernicia, going back to the word brun and burn or interchangeable. Burn, brun. So that Blackman was the last name of a royal family. Why? We were in the castles, remember? Go ahead.
So you got Blackmore.
Blackmore. Go ahead.
Blackmore, meaning blackamoor. Negro.
Wow. There you go. Royal families.
Go down. Go down.
You got Blaine.
Go to the next page. You took another page? All right. From there, go to, you can go to ancient and modern Britons. About the surnames.
Wait. Go back to Blakeman. Go back to Blake real quick. What's that mean? Blakeman? Go back to that page again.
Go back.
What's Blakeman mean? Blakeman?
Blakeman. Wait, where you see that?
Go up. I saw Blakeman. Let's see Blakeman. My buddy.
Right there. Yeah.
What does it say?
Blakeman. This says man.
Oh, this means man.
Right.
Blakemore. Well, no, more means black. Blake. What's that mean? What's that word mean? Blakemore. What's that mean?
Blakemore. It says dweller at the Whitemore.
All right. Go out.
Confused with Blackmore.
Blackmore. Yeah. These names, self-given, not God-given, self-given names. That's why people say, "Oh, so the white man's last name isn't the white man's last name." No, it isn't. But that's not your name either. Your name is Israel. You're a son of Israel. You're a child of Israel. That's your name. We are Israelites. We are children of Israel. That's who we are.
Ancient Modern Breton, get page 114 with the Danes. What color were the Danes?
Like you had Simon Bar Jonah. That's how our names were. Simon Bar Jonah. Simon's father's name was Jonah. So he was the son of Jonah. That's how we named ourselves. Simon Bar Jonah.
Page 114.
These last names are something that we gave ourselves later on over time.
And they turned into clans.
Right, and these last names turn into clans, right.
They became tribes.
Clans, tribes, right. I mentioned earlier about Highlander. Keep that in mind about Highlander.
The McLeods.
Right.
You want to touch? You want to get that too? You want to touch on the McLeods today?
We may have to. We'll see how far we can get in 6 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, we got 6 minutes.
No, we don't. But I'm just saying. I'm trying to time myself.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Page 1. I'm gonna just get to the points. Page 114.
What book is this?
This is Ancient and Modern Britons.
This book is called Ancient and Modern Britons by David Mack. Mack means son of Ritchie. David Mack Ritchie. The Ancient and Modern Britons. Ancient and modern, because the modern ones is white, and the ancient ones were black. Ancient and Modern Britons by David Mack Ritchie. He has 2 volumes to it, but one's the best one. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a lot in this book.
A lot.
Like,
Regarding, remember I said
we
earlier.
might stay on this book, Nick, though.
Yeah, you might well stay in this one. Remember I said to you earlier, remember the Danes. Keep that in mind. Go ahead.
The Danes. Says the Danes then were not a pure color. They were black.
They were like Dublin, dark black pool. They were black. Go ahead.
As black at any rate, let us suppose, as the black Huns.
Wow.
Who were of a dark complexion, almost black.
Wow.
Get page 121. Still in the Danes.
Still doing with the Danes.
121.
They were brown. They were tawny. They would say tawny, brown. Right?
Go up. Says this page 121. Black Danes as Picts.
Wow.
The Danes then were like the Moors, black.
Wow. The Danes like the Moors, black. Going back to the Scotty, same thing.
Hit all the underline. Go up.
Hit the underlines. Go down. Next.
In which battles certain chiefs were slain, whether as Danes or as Picts, they were a swarthy, piratical race.
Wow. So the Danes and Picts were a swarthy or black race. Any more?
Yeah, get 123.
1, 2, 3. Let's get that.
You took pictures of all of these, right?
Yes, sir. I got up to 191 right now.
All right, the underline. Many individuals are as dark as mulattoes, while others are nearly as fair as Danes. Modern Danes, of course.
White ones.
And so far as I have been able to observe, the dark race is superior to the fair in stature and strength.
Wow, so the darker ones are stronger. The original ones. The old world Anglo-Saxons. That's what these people are. As opposed to the weaker ones today. So British Israelism is real. It just doesn't apply to white folks today. It applies to us.
Right. Get page 221 with the surnames of the clans.
There's some bottom there. There's something at the bottom, right there in the bottom? Or am I seeing things?
No, you have something there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, the MacLeod.
There we go. Hey, all praise to the Lord. Bring it up. Load up some more. Bring it in. Let's go.
This MacLeod was a true descendant of the Black Prince of Man.
Stop. This MacLeod. It's in the paragraph. You got to read this paragraph then.
Yeah,
it's in there.
let's
Go into the paragraph.
And finally, one who has every right to speak upon the characteristics of the Western Islanders.
The Western Islanders. Come on.
Give us the following picture of a Highland girl.
Stop. Of a Highland girl. You had Highlands and you had Lowlands. Those who resided in the Highlands are called what? Highlanders. Those in the Lowlands are called Lowlanders. That's what the movie Highlanders based on. Highlanders. Go ahead.
In the warm nook behind the fire sat a girl who, with one of those strange foreign faces, which are occasionally to be seen in the Western Isles, a face which at the time reminded me of the Nineveh sculptures.
Wow, Nineveh sculptures, damn.
And her face is seen in St. Sebastian. Her hair was as black as night, and her clear dark eyes glittered through the peat smoke. Her complexion was dark, and her
complexion was dark. Go ahead.
And her features so unlike those who sat about her that I asked if she were a native of the island and learned that she was a Highland girl.
She was a Highlander. She was a Highland girl. Go ahead.
That is from the mainland. She did not differ in complexion from the people beside her.
All those around her were black too. Highlanders. Go ahead.
Who were the short, dark natives of Barra.
They were the short, dark natives of Barra. Now read the bottom part here.
This MacLeod was This MacLeod.
MacLeod, go ahead.
Was a true descendant of the Black Prince of Man.
There was a king called the King of Men or Prince of Man. Go ahead.
English tar of Boswell they resembled will appear in another place. All right, so that's in another book he's
quoting from. Right, for the MacLeods.
Right. But the whole point is that MacLeod was a true descendant of a black prince of the Isle of Man.
Oh, the Isle of Man, right. He's called the Prince of Man, Prince of the land of the Isle of Man.
So letting you know the MacLeods were black.
A black clan, right.
Get more on there. Get page 190 on the clan MacLeod.
So you watch Highlander, that's us watching. If you enjoy that show, you're watching about your own people, pretty much.
Get that page and get page 212 of the Western Islands of Scotland.
Yeah.
And such names as McNab.
That's a football player's name. McNab. The Mick means son of Nab. Go ahead.
McViviker and McPherson have quite.
McPherson's a common name.
have quite as much a right to be called English as Gaelic, since in either language they signify the son of the abbot, the vicar, and the parson. Another name of this sort is MacLeod.
Oh, MacLeod. MacLeod. Go ahead.
The first of the family, so designated, is supposed to have been a son of Olive the Swarthy.
Wow. Whoa. Read it again.
The first of the families.
The first of the families. Of these families, the MacLeods included. Go ahead.
So designated is supposed to have been a son of Olive the Swarthy.
A son of Olive the Swarthy. The forefather of the MacLeods was a man named Olive the Swarthy. Go ahead.
The Black Prince of Man.
There you go, the Prince of Man. Go ahead, that's where the MacLeods come from. Go ahead.
One of the race of the Danes.
One of the race of who?
The Danes, dubbed Gauls, Negre Gentes, are black strangers. Leal is an Old English word signifying prince. The son of Halfdane was Leal.
Son of Halfdan, yeah.
Halfdan was Leal Scaldinga, prince of the Scaldins. MacLeod, therefore, is simply Old English for the son of the prince.
Son of the prince. So the loud means prince, right?
Yes, sir.
Loud means prince, and Mick is son of.
So son of the
son
prince.
Of the prince, MacLeod. Because the MacLeods were a clan that derived from a king who resided over the island of Man, or the Prince of Man. So these are all black. This is black royalty behind these names and clans. These all our people here, different names.
Right. Before we leave that, get page 173. My man Kenneth.
Yeah. So you had Halfdan the Black. Is it on the show?
Vikings. The Vikings.
Halfdan the Black. What's his name?
Halfdan the Black. Edomite playing Halfdan the Black.
The Vikings. Halfdan the Black. You got Halfdan here too. They have
page 173.
History. They have none. Not real history. That belongs to them anyway.
Page 173. Let me see. Blow it up. Is that it?
Yeah, blow it up. 173.
All right, I'm starting. It says, the fiercest division of these, and apparently the most recent in time, was that of the Danes, or Cimbri.
The Cimbri, we go back, remember the Cimbri? Going back to Omri? That's Cimbri, same thing. We remember that before.
Remembered by the Christianized races of Britain as the Black Heathen.
They were called the Black Heathen. Go ahead.
The Negre Gentes.
Because those who weren't Christian were called, the black Christians called anyone who wasn't Christian Black Heathens, or pagans. The Danes were known as pagans. They prided themselves in being pagan. They did not subscribe to pagan Christianity. They didn't care about that. They did their own thing. Go ahead.
The dub Gauls. But although such invaders as these may be claimed.
It says the dub Gauls. That means black Gauls. Remember the Gauls? And going back to Scythians? Julius Caesar had the Gallic Wars. It's the same people residing in the same places. They're called dub Gauls here. Dub Gauls, black Gauls. Go ahead.
But although such invaders as these may be claimed as, in some respect, the progenitors of the mingled people, whom we now call gypsies.
Because you had blacks and white folks living together, we saw mingling amongst them. And you had gypsies out black. You had black gypsies too. You had white gypsies, you had black gypsies. We go over that another time. But we got a book on that as well. There are certain names that you know that this one's a white gypsy, this one's a black gypsy over here. That's what the term gypsy. The term gypsy itself means black. It goes back to the word Egypt. Mm-hmm. Gypsy, Egypt, gypsy, same thing. Go ahead.
Yet, like their continental kindred, the gypsies of Britain have far earlier British ancestor than these.
The black ones have more of a history than the white ones do. They were there first. The Jake was there first. Esau came and caused confusion as usual. Go ahead.
Scotland was overrun in one district by Moors of the 15th century.
Wow, Scotland was overrun by Moors of the 15th century. Go ahead.
But 5 centuries earlier, the kings of Alban were Moors.
And 5 centuries prior to that, prior to the Moors' arrival, 500 years prior to the Moors' arrival, there were Moors already there. Who were those Moors? The Moors, the Iberia of Spain, the Scoti of Ireland, and the Moors of Mauritania. It's the same people arriving in different times. It's the same people. You had Moors already in this area prior to the Moors of the conquest of Spain. They came there. Oh, you guys are there already? We could have come too. Go ahead.
And one of the most celebrated of these, Kenneth, or nigger, or dub, ruled over certain districts known as the 3 Black Divisions.
You had a man named Kenneth the Nigger. Kenneth Nigger or Kenneth the Black that ruled over what's called the 3 Black Divisions. What are those 3 Black Divisions? Does it say it here?
No, sir. That's in another section.
I believe it's Ireland, Britain, and Scotland, right?
Right. It's in those same areas.
Those 3 we had 3 divisions.
We had on lock.
They were called the Black Divisions. I think it was Ireland, Scotland, and Britain, I believe. What are those areas?
Right. In the same area.
Same area, but it's those are black. They were called, the point is, they were called Black Divisions. Not white divisions, Black Divisions. Go ahead.
And Kenneth, it's like the 7 kingdoms in Game of Thrones. And
Right.
Kenneth ruled over
one section, the other kings over there, the black wolf, like the Blackmans. Yeah, one royal family over here. But that's Kenneth the Nigger, or Dub Kenneth. Kenneth Dub. Go ahead.
How long before and after that the ascendancy remained with his swarthy nation?
Whoa, what?
How long before and after that the ascendancy remained with his swarthy nation?
Meaning his children ruled after him. His swarthy nation. Swarthy nation. Now, Kenneth the Dub, that's a very important man to remember because that family, I believe, goes into King James in them. King James family derives from here. That's why we went this way. We went all this way to reach this point. Kenneth the Nigger is the great grandfather of King James' mama. Yeah. So that Queen Elizabeth stuff, it's not working today. It's not working ever. King James being white, that's a one West doctrine. We on your ass this now. We on your ass now. We have some problems for you. We're gonna have some problems for y'all with that nonsense. King James being white. Them days is over. Them days are coming to a short end. Go ahead.
How long before and after that the ascendancy remained with his swarthy nation, and what were the probable fluctuations of color throughout the island? It is impossible to ascertain and premature to discuss, but at any rate, the Moorish races, the Neg-Faso Namini Pictos, were among the chief opponents of the Romans.
Pictos is Picts. Those were black also at the Danes. They were the Romans. They were the Romans' enemies.
Right, but at any rate, the Moorish races, the Neg-Faso and Namini Pictos, were among the chief opponents of the Romans when they marched through Britain 1,800 years ago.
Through Britain, it says, the Moorish races marched through Britain 1,800 years ago. Moorish races. That's the Carthaginians, that's the Iberians, that's the Phoenicians, that's the Silures. All became Danes. They became Kenneth the Black. They became the Picts. That's who it is. That's who it is. It's us, our people. Any more? We got about 2 minutes.
Get the page Western Isles of Scotland.
So we
still got a lot more in here.
I know we got way more.
But you saved that.
See y'all in 2 weeks, y'all. Sorry about that. We'll give y'all some bombs. We got what else you got?
Get paid. Western Islands of the description of the Western Islands.
Hand me my books so I can show them what book this is. I don't have it over here.
It's right.
Oh, it's there? All right, so the book we're going to use now, that last book was Ancient and Modern Britons by David McRitchie. We read that earlier. Now we're reading a description of the Western Islands of Scotland. A description of the Western Islands of Scotland containing a full account of their situation, extent, soils, products, harbors, bays, with a new map of the whole blah, 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 blah. Martin. And this book was published in, I got the old writing here. Oh, snap. Hold on. The preface, contents. Hold on. Come on. Bet me a minute. Trying to find the year it was published. Book is old as hell. Hold on. Wow. 1703. Oh, my God. This is so old. I love old books. 1703. You know where we was at during that time, right? When they published this book? If it was published in 1703, it took them, 1690s to put it together?
Right. Wide eyes only.
Wide eyes only. The description of the Western Isles Martin. Yep, let's get into that real quick before we wrap it up. Oh boy.
I got page 212.
1703.
Huh? Why didn't you take a page of 212?
Give him the book, take 212. You should have it over there. I have mine on. I have mine too over there, right? Then I bring mine. You only brought yours.
I think I brought mine. Just mine. Hey, well, why take a picture of page 212? But why he get that map? Get the map of the clans that he just took a picture of.
1703. Damn, that's old. We ain't supposed to have these books, y'all. We ain't supposed to have these books. Black folks don't read these kind of books. 1703, 1670, 1830, 1860. We ain't supposed to have these things. But we do.
Oh, hey, y'all have y'all got that picture? That was the picture from the castle? I just seen the picture of the castle.
Picture of what castle?
That we just seen. He had a close up of it.
From
Dracula Untold.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's the pictures that was in the background of Dracula Untold. Right there. Those are the pictures there. But we don't have to so go. We don't have time. We'll show that another time.
Yeah.
We're right. Straying from the point. Let's hold on to those. Now you got them now. Hold on to them, and we'll go back to those another time.
So this is a map. This say Scotland. This is a map of all the clans in their different, in their respective counties in Scotland. And the writer of Game of Thrones, he based his map
off of this,
off of the British Isles, off of this.
So the Targaryens, the Lannisters, the Barring, forgot his name.
Starks.
Starks is based upon
Lannisters
is based upon this map here.
So remember we just touched on the MacLeod. So all the clan MacLeods, that's what they're part of land right here. So these are different clans, and this is the areas that they lived in.
The MacLeod's right there, yep. And you have Kenneth the Nigger in there too.
Right. So Kenneth the Nigger that ruled. This would be like a division.
The black divisions. This is the black divisions here.
So, but all of these clans here that Deacon is bringing out later on in the series, they're gonna all play a part.
Right.
As far as I don't want to give it away.
You won't give it away, but it all plays a part.
It all plays a part. All right. You got Clan Lamont, Clan Stewart.
There you go. Blow it up. Go up there. Blow it up. Blow it up to the bottom.
Right here,
right there.
It's like the biggest section.
There you go. Clan Stewart. That's King James' daddy. That's the Stewart clan. That's King James' father's side. Okay? And Kenneth the Nigger is King James' mother's side.
You got the Campbells, Deacon.
The Campbells. Go to Campbell's right there.
Campbell's up in there.
The Campbell's right where the Campbells? Oh, we gotta get that, man. We gotta get that. Go to when we got something else you want to pull?
No, go ahead, go do it.
Go to when Scotland was Jewish. The Campbells. You got Campbell's there and Stewart's there. Next door neighbors, right? Stewart's and Campbell's. What page is that? I don't have the book on me.
Page 50?
Yeah,
they have all the
page
pages.
50.
They have all the pages.
I think it's page 50. I think you're right. Page 50. Uh-oh. I'm having a hard time opening it.
Yeah, I have that, right?
Yeah, we're having a hard time opening it. It won't open.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. We got to wrap it up after this. I want to drop this one last bomb before we go.
That's it?
That's it. They found a way to open it. Blow it up. Blow it up, son. It should say Stewart and Campbell on the top of the paragraph.
It says Campbell here.
Nah. Well, Campbell, let me see what Campbell says.
You can't blow it up?
Oh, boy. It's 3:30.
All right, we get page 212 then.
We'll come back to that. So, close that Scotland out. Close that out. We don't want any of that.
Page 212.
I wonder when Scotland was Jewish, but you guys, that's ruined now because the computer wants to do it at once. What?
Go down.
1703 book? The 1703?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Just get straight to the point. Go down.
Go up. You got black something? Go up. I said black. Black something? McDonald's? High McDonald's? That you want or something else?
No, I was going to get straight to the point.
Go to the point. Go to the point.
Y'all got 212 and it's probably another page. Oh, my goodness. And 213, right? All right, how y'all miss 212, man? Go to the bottom of 212.
We're going to wrap it up on this. I can't open the Scotland was Jewish joint, but we'll go there another time. Hope y'all keep this in mind. Watch the class again.
Go up.
So, you guys can know what I'm talking about.
Go up. Go to the bottom. It says on the northwest side of Strath lies that part of Skye called MacLeod's country.
MacLeod's country. Go ahead.
Possessed by MacLeod. So we just showed that on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Genealogists say he is lineally descended from Leal, son to the
right, Prince of Man, I think, right? Son to the
Black Prince of Man.
Wow, son to the Black Prince of Man. Go ahead.
He is head of an ancient tribe.
Wow. Oh, right. Barony. The barony, see? The barony of. We were the barons. That's the Lord Barons in Game of Thrones.
Right. And what's the other?
Baratheon. Yeah, Baratheon, another family, and the barons.
And if you watch those that watch Into the Badlands, that's a martial arts.
Yeah, they were called barons.
They were called barons. They got it from
us.
That's where they got that from.
Yep.
They were the nobles. We were the nobles.
There you go. So again, you watch these shows, you're like, oh, this show was good, man, because it's really about you. That's why you're so attached to it. You feel a certain connection to watching it because it's about you. It's about us. Not in our righteousness, by the way. We were wicked as hell. We were wicked and evil as hell, doing all kind of dumb stuff. But it is good to know that we had more history than just slavery. You know that, right? Slave history is good too. Let you know who you are according to the Bible, which is good. So that's not bad either. Is that it? I can open up the other one. I want you to pull. Scotland was Jewish. You couldn't do it. Try one more time. If you can't get it, then we'll just wrap it up. And I'll answer y'all questions, Lord's will in 2 weeks. If you have any questions, because due to lack of time. It won't allow you to do it for some reason. Yeah, it's not allowing you to do it. All right. So, shout out to the IT team. All praise to the Lord for that. Did a good job. Shout out to the breakfast team, IT, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We brought it out. Once again, the retraction was already established in the beginning of the show regarding Queen Elizabeth, but we made it clear that based upon her ancestry, the Britons, ancient clans, that don't apply to her. She's a modern Briton. She ain't an ancient one. They're modern Britons. They're New World Anglo-Saxons, not the old world one, not the originals. All right? So, all praise to the Lord for that. Announcements.
Yes, sir. Hey, Israel, let's give Deacon another hand for that class. I have no idea, Cap.
Where this guy come from?
Oh, man.
He does the announcements.
Has a little bit smaller.
All right, Israel. As you know, you can always follow Our Hidden History Radio, IUIC Philadelphia, and IUIC Philadelphia in the Classroom on YouTube, okay? You can hit the notifications button so you can know when we go live. Don't forget to donate to Our Hidden History through PayPal to IUIC.Philadelphia at IsraelUnite.org. In the comment section, put OHH. You can also donate to the Booster Club. Donate to the Booster Club at IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. Last but not least, subscribe to IUIC TV today to get exclusive content from the leadership and tune in to Raven and Wolves Next with Deacon Malachi. All right?
Well, praise the Lord. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Unfortunately, we will see y'all guys in 2 weeks because Tabernacle's coming up. So happy Day of Atonement for y'all. We pray all you atone for what it is you're atoned for. I as well, all of us here as well. Enjoy your feast day as we will enjoy ours. And with that, we'll say shalom. And until next time, shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom, Most High in Christ.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do you know your history?